Folks, I recently visited the store Second and Charles, and while I was there across the street, I noticed that there was a mall that had a bunch of Funko Pop stores in it. So I decided, you know what, let's make a dedicated video since I've never been to this mall and check out all the different stores that are in there. So without any further ado, let's get it started. Here we go.
Here we go.
Alright folks, I just filmed a video at Second and Charles, but this mall was across the street and I've never been here before, and I was looking, there's probably like 5 or 6 stores that sell Funko stuff, so we're gonna go in and see what they got. Alright folks, what better place to start than the Nerd store? I think they just opened this shop up maybe a couple of months ago inside of this mall. I've been to their other location, so it'll be cool to see what they have in this one. Alright guys, right off the bat, I am seeing a couple of really cool things. You got like the Hobgoblin, Jimi Hendrix, Mr. Monopoly, Daredevil Masked Vigilante, which is cool, Beast, Bam Bam, Constantine right there. So, hey, they do have some good stuff. Right up here, I do notice a couple of cool figures too, guys. You have like an original Batgirl, Honey Lemon, and also Bing Bong. Bing Bong might be a good one to pick up before the new Inside Out movie comes out, I think next summer, I believe. But hey, that's a cool one you don't see often. Okay, I came around to this other section, guys, and I'm actually seeing a couple that I really think are cool, and I've been debating on picking these up. These are the Pirates of the Caribbean ones. I think I have the Cursed Barbossa, but I wanted to start this set. You got Davy Jones, you got Elizabeth Swann, and also just regular Barbossa. I think the other one that's part of this, yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow is a part of that set. Been thinking about starting that one. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but that is a cool set because I love those movies. One of my favorite shows, guys, is Bob's Burgers, so I gotta show off Louise when I see her. I do actually have this whole set. I have the whole family, so gonna pass on it today, but I do love me some Bob's Burgers. And a couple of other really cool ones down here, guys. You got like Sharknado, which is one you don't see very often, Gertie and Elliot from the original E.T., and Toothless as well. I'm still working on this set. I think the ones that I'm looking for still is Astrid and Barf and Belch. And yeah, I'll have a complete set once I find those, but hey, there's definitely some cool little hidden gems in here that you don't see often. A set that I totally forgot, guys, that they made pops of is Castlevania. So you got all the different ones. I think they almost have a full set here. I'm trying to remember. Maybe Blue Fangs and Dracula is the ones that they don't have right here. But yeah, I totally had forgot that they had made Castlevania pops, and I'm struggling to put that one back in for some reason. But right behind me, guys, there is a little bit more of a common wall. It seems like I don't see anything in here that I want to show off, or you know, anything that I want to pick up, but you know, it is here. A lot of common pops. Also on this other side, guys, they do actually have a good amount of stuff that I'm kind of interested in because I do love my animated stuff. Like, this isn't necessarily animated by any means, but Super Grover's awesome. I actually do have this whole set of oh, it doesn't show it on the back. That's kind of unfortunate, but I do have that whole set of Sesame Street Pops, and Super Grover is definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, if you want to take a look at some of the other ones that they have down here, you got Carl from Despicable Me, and Invisible Bing Bong. We saw the normal one back there. Turret from Portal 2. That's kind of a very unique pop you don't see often. A bunch of the Assassin's Creed stuff. That's pretty awesome. A Woody down there. Skyrim. The Bill Chase. Ickis. Yeah, I like this section a lot. There's some good ones. If you guys watch the channel and follow everything, you guys know I'm a huge Simpsons fan, and I found these. I think these are Super 7 figures. Yeah, Super 7 figures. They have Poochie and also Mo. I think those are really rad. I think they need to make a Funko Pop of Poochie. That would be epic, but I don't think I've ever seen these figures in person. I've seen them on Instagram before, but yeah, it's definitely really cool to see them here in the shop, and I've been debating on picking these up. I think these are great.
Hey, kids, always recycle. To the extreme! Busted!
Okay, and I think the last normal section that I haven't shown off to you guys is Marvel and DC. They do have a couple of really fun Marvel pops. One of my favorite recent ones, guys, is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales with like his homemade suit. That's a great one at $44. That doesn't seem like a terrible price either. You also have the black suit Spidey, which is a great one. Ooh, a couple of original Iron Man pieces with just the regular Iron Man and War Machine. You don't see those often. And it looks like there's a bunch of really great DC pops. Plenty of Batman as well. So if you guys want to take a look at that, they got a good selection of DC. And then, folks, if you want to take a look at their Grail case here where they're keeping their more valuable pops that are down here, they've got some good ones in here. I mentioned this one earlier, Cursed Barbossa. That's cool to see right there. All those Netflix Daredevil pops. Those are pretty cool to see, kind of all in a row right there. What else we got? We got Wilma, Betty, Lucky the Leprechaun, Captain America, Doug, another Captain America, The Bride from Kill Bill. Grand Admiral Thrawn is cool. Also another Matt Murdock down there. Holiday Toothless, Winter Soldier. Yeah, there's some good ones. Dark Knight Batman. I mean, come on. Yeah, these are some great pops, guys. A great selection of stuff in here. And I think this to be the final section of the store. I'll keep looking around just to make sure. But yeah, great selection of pops for sure. All right, the nerd store is absolutely stacked with stuff. I didn't end up buying anything. I thought about those Pirates of the Caribbean pops. I think I'm going to pass on them today, guys. But yeah, like I said, I haven't been to this mall before, so it might take me a second to find my next stop. But I know that there's at least 3 more stores. All right, guys, Hot Topic is the next store that I found, so let's check it out. Hot Topic section, guys, was covered by a lot of people, and they honestly didn't have anything else that I was really looking for, just the normal stuff that you'll see at every other Hot Topic, so let's head to the next store. Well, that was kind of a bummer that we really couldn't look at the pops closer up at Hot Topic, but right down the way, there is a box lunch right over here, so we can come and check this out, see if they've got anything good, and then after that, we'll see what other things we can find. Inside a box lunch, guys, their section at this store was a little bit smaller than what I'm used to at my local mall, but they still had some great stuff, guys, like the Sauron pop from Lord of the Rings. If I was a Lord of the Rings fan, I would 100% pick that one up. They also had a Green Goblin, which I feel like at one point was a pretty popular pop. Looks like they've restocked it a couple of different times, but looking around, kind of seeing what other things that they have around here, guys. They had this Bruno from Encanto exclusive. I bet the glow on that is pretty solid. But other than that, that was pretty much it at Box Lunch, guys, and there you go. All right, done at Box Lunch. Right next door, GameStop. Let's see if they got anything good. GameStop, guys, for me has been very uneventful lately as far as all the stuff that they have. 2 for $20 isn't a bad deal per se, but there's nothing that I really want to pick up. The only thing that I thought was cool was this Batman game cover. I have played all the Batman games, so that's kind of a fun exclusive to see, but that was it at GameStop. Okay, GameStop was a little underwhelming, guys, but FYE and Go Games are going to be the last 2 places that I go to. I don't think I've been to an FYE in a really long time, so I'm kind of excited to see what they have in there, so let's go check it out. So for all you anime fans, they have tons of different anime pops because that's a lot what they focus on here at FYE. So tons of My Hero Academia stuff, and they do have the PX preview stuff too here, which you guys probably knew that if you have an FYE close to you. But that does mean that there is a potential that there could be chases here, which if there is, probably somebody was here right when they opened, but I believe this one does have a chase. But here is their bigger wall of pops, guys, and they've got a lot of stuff, and it looks like there's a good amount of it that's discounted too. Like, it kind of makes me bummed out that I paid full price for one of these Kearneys and they have a bunch of them for $5.99. I'm a big Simpsons guy, as I mentioned earlier, so it's kind of disheartening to see it for so cheap here. Oh, and you can get it for even cheaper. Buy one, get one 50% off on sale prices. So dang, you can get that for really cheap. But it looks like they do have some of their exclusives too, like the Hello Kitty right there. That's the flocked one. Jimi Hendrix, that one I believe was from San Diego Comic-Con. And speaking of like what I was saying, PX previews before, it looks like they do have El Diablito, the glow-in-the-dark one. Have tested the glow out on that, and it's actually pretty good. But they do have Entertainment Earth exclusives here as well. Frost Giant Loki, this one from Black Clover, Noel, I believe. So they definitely get in a good assortment of stuff. It's kind of like Entertain Mart in a way that's close to me. They kind of get those similar exclusive Entertainment or PX previews. But yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else that's really new that I want to show off to you guys, but I have not seen anything too crazy. I don't know if I've ever actually seen this one in person before. Britney Spears. This one was from NYCC a couple months ago, but other than that, I'm not really seeing anything else that you guys probably wouldn't have seen in any other videos, but there you go. Not a bad selection. Oh, before I head out, guys, I think this figure right here is really cool. I haven't really collected the reaction figures, but the Band Geek SpongeBob, that's pretty epic. I figured I would show that off. That's cool. And speaking of SpongeBob, guys, this is something I haven't really got into yet, but is the SpongeBob U2s. You got Doodle Bob, you got Sandy, and also Patrick with the board on his head, with the nail on his head. Those are awesome. I've been debating on getting into U2s, and this would be the style of U2 I'd definitely get. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for my trip to this mall that I've never been to. Let's head back home. We'll do a little bit of a recap. All right, folks, back at home, and, well, I didn't end up buying anything.
Boo! You stink!
I think the store that had the most potential of me getting anything was probably the Nerd Store or FYE. And I gotta say, the Nerd Store was absolutely stacked with a good amount of pops, and rare ones, might I add. But hey, I'll have to remember when I'm back in that area that they definitely have a good amount of spots to hit up with that mall with 2nd and Charles. And also I think there was a Five Below that I didn't end up having enough time to visit. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you would have picked up throughout the video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.